Let's graph one more quadratic function and label the vertex and axis of symmetry. So here our function is f of x equals 2x squared minus 8x. That means a is 2, b is negative 8, and c is 0 because there's no constant added on the end. So to find my axis of symmetry, x is negative b over 2a. So x equals negative 8 over 2 times 2. Negative 8 is 8 over 4, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So that makes our axis of symmetry x equals 2. So that is going to be the vertical line here, and I'll label that x equals 2. So now we know that our vertex is going to fall on this axis of symmetry where x is 2. So we take x equals 2 and we plug it into our function. F of 2 is 2 multiplied by 2 squared minus 8 times 2. So remember, using PEMDAS, I square before I multiply. That becomes 2 times 4 minus 8 times 2. So now I multiply. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So negative 8. So I know my vertex is the point 2, negative 8 down here. And I'll label that in my picture. So now I need to find my y-intercept, and that's when x equals 0. So f of 0 is 2 times 0 squared minus 8 times 0, which is 0. So my y-intercept is the point 0, 0. So now we can use symmetry to reflect this point across the axis of symmetry. So here's my y-intercept. It's 1, 2 away from my axis of symmetry. So I'll reflect another point, 1, 2, equidistant on the opposite side of that line. So now what I've noticed is I've actually plotted my two x-intercepts, but let's go ahead and find those algebraically to confirm that x should be 0 and 4. So let's see if we get that by solving this equation. So I let y equal 0. 0 equals 2x squared minus 8x. To factor this, I know I have a GCF of 2x. So I factor out 2x, and that leaves x minus 4. So now, zero product property, I set each factor equal to 0. 2x equals 0, or x minus 4 equals 0. Dividing by 2, I get x equals 0, and adding 4, x equals 4. So I confirmed that my x-intercepts are 0 and 4. So now I only have 3 points this time, but I can connect with my parabola with only 3 points as well. So preferred 5 points, sometimes we can only get 3.